Happy Trans Visibility Day. April Fool's, he said Happy Easter. The mogul was spotted smoking outside of his Miami home just days after it was ransacked by the feds, but Diddy isn't letting a little sex trafficking investigation slow him down. He's been going out to dinner in Miami, spreading the love. You never know when charges against Diddy will drop or even if they'll drop. A guessing game, because he's been accused of being an FBI informant. A new interview with his former bodyguard claims Diddy was getting favors because he was a snitch.
The police will bring in a CI and will use him like she was a $3 hoe. That's a confidential informant. They'll let you do crimes as long as you don't do no murders and stuff like that. Confidential informants get paid good. But Puff was a millionaire. Him being a confidential informant and him getting money like that, it was favors. He been getting favors and been paying law enforcement people for years.
We can't prove that, but it explains a lot. Kanye West alluded to it years ago.
As far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these all you fake hard you. Wait, hold on. All you fake hard you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fed. You know what I'm saying?
And a new report out today chronicles Diddy's rise to power in the business world, detailing how he was able to cozy up with the rich and powerful and expand his influence beyond the music industry, ingratiating himself with billionaires, a tactic that's being compared to Jeffrey Epstein's ascent. In fact, Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy lays out more similarities to Epstein, claiming Diddy had his own madam, just like Ghislaine Maxwell. Rod also alleges that similar to how Epstein turned Little St. James into his own perverted playground, Diddy would take women to the Caribbean on yachts where there was alleged illicit activity. And one of Diddy's close business partners, billionaire Ron Burkle, was also found in Epstein's black book of contacts. Burkle, the man whose converted Boeing 757 was nicknamed Ron Air by Bill Clinton and called Air Bleep One by others, has a history of socializing with unsavory characters. And like Epstein, Diddy has also been a big champion of Democrats, even pushing their favorite hoaxes for them.
If Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. We're on the verge of a race war. If people in America want a race war, they'll not vote.
Joining me now, hosting Takedown with Chris Hansen. So now we have two people come out saying that Diddy was talking to the feds. Do you think that's true?
Whether it's true or not, and he might have been cooperative in some way, shape, or form, you don't get away with human trafficking unless you give up John Gotti or something like that, and that's not what happened here. I can tell you, Jesse, that this investigation has been going on for a long time, very closely held by HSI, so much so that even some of the agents on the raid a week ago today didn't know whose house they were raiding until they got there. That's how closely held this
Wow, because there could have been a tip.
Absolutely.
And there are allegations that he was paying law enforcement through his chief of security, which also happened to be Michael Jackson's chief of security.
I don't know if I buy into that. You know, people in Diddy's situation like to have those involved in law enforcement close to them. But that doesn't mean they're taking payoffs. That doesn't mean they're doing big favors. They like that closeness. It's just like how Diddy was able to court Diageo or Estee Lauder. He was very successful in doing that, and that made him a lot of money and gave him credibility outside the hip-hop rap world. And that's what he was trying to do here, a lot like what Epstein did with very powerful political and business figures.
And if you look at this report in the New York Post, you see it's a constellation of billionaires he's involved.
Very similar to what Epstein was doing. And, you know, these guys get drunk with power, allegedly. You know, Diddy has said that these allegations are false, but they get drunk with power, and all of a sudden they lose their balance. and what's right and what's wrong. And they're insulated, and they've got everybody telling them they're great. And all of a sudden, these civil suits come out. And the feds watch this. That's what happened with R. Kelly. It started with civil suits. Then HSI got involved, and they're the lead agency for
these civil suits are just like a silver platter for the feds to take these guys down. All right, well, we'll see how this plays out. Chris Hansen, Takedown with Chris Hansen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.